sulfur has definitely increased, where you see clouds of sulfur crossing the roads. Another thing he mentioned was how bad the condition of the roads were, falling apart. There was one section where they were raising the road, putting rock underneath to dissipate the heat, because Yellowstone is heating up and it's melting the roads. So they were putting a layer of gravel underneath and then putting the asphalt on top. But he said the roads were in very poor condition, and that's because of the heat coming up. He put his hand on the ground for me to feel the temperature of the ground. Now, it's been still very cold there, in the 40s, but he said that the ground temperature actually felt maybe about 70. He didn't have a thermal camera with him. Yeah, didn't think about that. Things we think about later, right, after the fact. He was amazed at the amount of dead trees. Dead trees everywhere. And the trees that were still standing, you can tell that they were dying from the ground up, from the gases coming up. Because about a third of the way down, I believe he said, the tree branches had already all died. And there was all kinds of them already laying on the ground that had turned black. Which made me think of Turn Lake and Fern Lake, where those trees had fallen and had turned black because of the heat coming up from the ground. Yeah, it was turning the trees there to carbon. Alright, on this map here for the last week, USGS is only reporting 48 earthquakes. We definitely have that here within just one 24-hour period. Okay, we got an earthquake here at 1:44. And again, I really shortened up the seismic wave. And this comes in as a magnitude 1.65. And they're not reporting it. Alright, so then the next one at 3:12. Now this would have been yesterday on the 12th. Not being reported. And let's take a look at its seismic signature. We'll go there, which is actually too short, and it comes in as a magnitude 1.73. And then yesterday, let me make this bigger, we're getting the drum beats again. Yeah, throughout there. Let me pull this up for you. And throughout here. Now, that probably lasted a good hour. They know what's going on. And they don't care about the safety. When you got gases crossing the road like fog, that is a definite health hazard. Josh also said some of the geysers, it smelled like hydrogen, which we know hydrogen has increased. We got a report about that. It's doubled since maybe that was 5 years ago. It was 6 o'clock Universal Time yesterday. That comes in as a 1.77. Now that is 6 o'clock Universal Time. Alright, then we got another one here at 7:16. That's a good size shaker. Yeah, look at the heat that came up, the hot gases that came up. And we'll make it really short. That comes in as a magnitude 2.08. Now, if I did it right, that would be a 2.97. And what I mean by doing it right, because often you can see there's another small quake. Let me pull this over. Right there. That's not going to show up. Alright, let's try it again. Right there. Normally what they do is when they have two earthquakes so close to each other, they will add them all into each other. It's not going to show again. Okay, I hate it when it does that. There you go. Yeah, so it's actually a 2.97. And we'll go to the spectrogram. See, that's the other small quake that came in right afterwards. Almost a 3. But if I go right here before the second small quake, it would be a magnitude 2.76. Alright, so let's go to this one at 8:43. This one too was yesterday. And let's make it a real short 1.95.
I am a primary care physician, and I'm frustrated, and it's...
Okay, the next one in red, 9:34, and we'll shorten this one up too. That comes in as a magnitude 2.08. That one too here at 10 o'clock and 30 seconds. And that would be a 1.90. That's this one right there. And we'll look at its seismic signature. And then, yeah, I already did that one, I think, too, at 11:19, that they're not reporting. So this is the last one they're reporting right there. They're not reporting the one afterwards, which is that one there, or that one there, and the image is going to get smaller and smaller as I go along. Frustrating when it does that. Oh, look at here. Let me pull that. Yeah. Yeah. Harmonic tremors, which means magma is on the move. Yeah. And we got, what's this one right here? Again. Harmonic and volcanic tremors. And then, let's check this out. Volcanic tremors there. And we'll check this one out. Go back here. Tectonic. So the plates are moving. This is close to a fault line, a rift system, which runs up along Yellowstone. And yeah, we know the plates are moving. Yeah. And once again, this is what it was showing when I pulled the files. Alright, I want to take a look at this one because this is a nice little blob. Oh, it's not going to show. Why is it not going to show? Let me see if the other monitor shows. Why is it not going to show? 16:30. Yeah, it's not going to show. That might have been when all of a sudden the data stopped coming in last night. Yeah, that's showing. Now see, that's